Welcome to a CCHA showdown from Big Rapids, Michigan. Zach Redmond and the Ferris State Bulldogs return home in hopes of gaining a weekend split after a tough loss in Ann Arbor last night. High-flying Matt Rust and the Wolverines continue to battle their way back up the conference standing. It's the rematch, Michigan and Ferris State, now. No team in the CCHA uses its home rink and rowdy fan base to its advantage better than Ferris State. This game has been sold out for all season long, and the Bulldog faithful can't wait to be a difference maker. And knowing full well the Michigan Wolverines won last night, it makes it even more important for the 8th-ranked team in the country. Hi, everybody, alongside my partner, longtime college hockey analyst Dave Starman. My name is Matt Shepard. You look at the CCHA standings right now, it looks, Dave, like Ferris State is firmly entrenched as the number 3 and Michigan the number 6. Am I missing something here?
You know, it's funny. When has anybody ever been entrenched in
maybe
CCHA
okay.
in all the years that we've been watching this great conference? But the thing to watch tonight is if Michigan wins, they can tie Ferris State for wins. Ferris State, if they win, will tie Michigan State for wins. Michigan State has already lost tonight to Ohio State. Also, for Michigan, this is a big pairwise game for them. They win tonight against Ferris State. It's a road win against a team under consideration. That is huge for an at-large bid in the national tournament.
Wolverines got that 9th win in a 2-0 shutout victory at Yost last night. Bob Daniels told us before the game his club was rather vanilla. What was your take on it?
Well, let me ask you this. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Butter pecan.
Well, that's what Pat Nagel was for you last night, because Pat Nagel was great last night, and he held Ferris State in this game early. Michigan likes to blow teams out at Yost Arena in the first 5 minutes of the game. They tried last night. Nagel was equal to the task. He was the reason that Ferris State was in that game. It's also the reason that he's going to start in tonight's game.
Now, the Wolverines got some offense, but they weren't real happy with it.
You know what? They wanted more. They got 2 goals, both of them from Luke Glendening. One was on a great setup from Louis Caparuso. The other one, he was opportunistic off a broken play in the slot. They would like to see Matt Rustline get on the board tonight. They want to capitalize on their grade A chances. That is something that they didn't do last night, something they will focus on tonight.
I would guess Michigan would love a duplicate effort here tonight. Ferris State needs to make some adjustments. What are those adjustments?
I think Ferris State's got to make life miserable for the Michigan defense. Now, how do you do that? Throw pucks in, get them to die on the rail, and make sure that every time Michigan goes back and gets a puck, there's a Bulldog on top of them. Watch for that to happen tonight. It is Ferris State's big way to win this game.
11 wins so far on the home ice for Ferris State, but they have dropped their last 3 to the Michigan Wolverines. Do they have enough to deliver the equalizer? We'll soon find out when we come back to Big Rapids. Next. Tail end of the home and home here in Big Rapids between Ferris State and the University of Michigan. We're at Avoglaven Ice Arena. Over 2,500, some forced to stand because of this matchup. Highly anticipated, especially here in these parts, Dave Starman. And we look at the goalie situation, same ones we saw last night, including Brian Hogan. We go inside the crease, brought to you by our friends at 5 Hour Energy.
Brian Hogan played well last night. There were stretches of the game where there was not a lot of activity, but he stayed sharp throughout, and he is really starting to run with the mantle of being the #1 goaltender for the University of Michigan. Pat Nagel normally rotates with his partner Tyler Nelson, but he played so well last night, and Nelson didn't play great last Saturday night. So you know what? They're going to go back to the hot hand. They're going to stay with Nagel. Nagel was terrific last night, holding Ferris State in. He gave them every possible opportunity to win last night's game.
So good that Michigan assistant coach Mel Pearson told you and I before the game he thought Nagel was the #1 star.
Oh, I thought he was the best player on the ice, no question.
Instead, Luke Glendening walked off the Yost Ice Arena with that honor. And this is the 93rd all-time meeting. They have been meeting since 1981. Michigan with a heavy hand, including winning 3 of the last 4 face-offs here at Avoglaven Ice Arena. We're underway. Michigan and Ferris State with the Bulldogs needing this for a weekend series split. And immediately an icing call against Ferris State.
So what Ferris State wants to do, and what Red Berenson has warned his defense that'll probably happen tonight, is that Ferris State is going to come hard on their forecheck. They're going to try to throw pucks in. They just did there. That wasn't really a deliberate icing. They were trying to hit a stick in the neutral zone to get it in, but they really want to get pressure.
Chad Langless holds it in at the point for Michigan. Down low for Kevin Lynch. Had it stolen by Casey Haynes. Flips it up ahead. And a touch pass for Blair Riley. Riley. And an offsides call against Ferris State.
This is where I think Ferris State had some trouble last night, was on the rush. Now, they're a better offensive zone possession team, or if you want to use the basketball analogy, a half-court team. Michigan, nice job gapping up last night, forcing them wide.
And we welcome those of you watching the exciting UNLV TCU showdown, which the Running Rebels won by 9, 79-70. You are in for a treat. The number 8th ranked team in college hockey, Ferris State, at home against the University of Michigan. The Wolverines, a 2-0 winner on their home ice last night to creep within one win of Ferris State in the CCHA standings. This is Louis Caparuso to the trailer, David Wahlberg. Wahlberg showed something last night, got a backhand try. Pat Nagel, who made 34 saves between the pipes for Ferris State, made that blocker save right there. Alongside Dave Starman, my name is Matt Shepard. This one should be a dandy. Justin Mankey tapped it by Steve Kampfer. Zach Redmond down low along the end boards. Kampfer scoops it up and plays it up the wall. Kampfer, the team best 6 shots last night for the Wolverines. Wahlberg will nudge it into the corner as Michigan goes for a line change. Last line change for the Wolverines last night seemed to pay off. There's a turnover. Brown off the turnover. Chris Brown with a backhand try, missed it on the short side. Ferris State will try and clear the zone, and they finally do. Ferris State gets their last line change. How beneficial can that be for them?
Well, for them, what they want to do is they want to try to keep the defense pair of Hill and Schmidt away from the 2 big lines of Michigan. That's really the key. So that'll be more off of face-offs than anything else. Last night, when Berenson saw 32-5 for Ferris State jump on the ice and try to get his big lines out against them, they're the more inexperienced of the pairs of defense here at Ferris State.
Ferris State will flip it back into the Michigan zone. Brown pitchforks it back into the corner of Ferris State so the Wolverines can go for line changes. Matt Case. Case played a good game last night, then went out off the turnover. Ferris State having some problems getting